Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Okay, before we jump into today's Dutch pour, I just wanted to go over a few things, exciting things. POURCON live in Las Vegas, August 6th through 9th, 2023. I will be there teaching the Dutch pour and my chaos style Dutch pour. If you want to get the early bird pricing, that ends April 22nd. Make sure you use code EARLYBIRD at the checkout to get the early bird pricing. There's going to be 22 artists, 3 keynote speakers. I'm so excited. POURCON Las Vegas is going to be insane, and I cannot wait to meet you guys, see some faces I haven't seen in a while, and it's just going to be amazing. So be sure to check out the link below. I'll link it in the description. I'll take you right to POURCON.com where you can check out the lineup. Again, it's August 6th through 9th, and I cannot wait. So I'll see you guys in Vegas. It'll be my first time in Vegas, so that's exciting. Okay, and then on another note, my spinner. People were asking how to keep it clean. So what I've decided to do is stick some tape. I get the wide, I'm not sure what that inch-wise is, but I get the wide painter's tape or masking tape. And I've just done a nice tape job on the arms. When you're using the extenders, you don't really have to worry much about in here because your canvas kind of goes out, goes out further. So you're not going to get paint on that. But just in case, I use my pour mats from floetrol, and I'll link that below where you can get these. They have all different sizes. I actually have a bunch of them. They're great for drying your pieces on. Like I have circle ones, oblong ones. So I have a little drying station over there, and I'll just lay out the mats when I'm not using them. And I'll get Molly. These stands are from Molly's Artistry, and they're fabulous. They stack. The paint comes right off. They're huge, so there's no fussing around trying to get your wet painting to balance on small objects or cups or whatnot. So these things are very handy. I have a bunch of these. Great, no fuss. Paint comes off really nicely. What else? Let's see. You can get my spinner. I have 3 different types. This is my biggest one. You can check all of them out on my website, ericahughesart.com. And again, I just wanted to let you guys know about POURCON because I've put it out on Facebook and I have not put it out on YouTube yet. And I know there's a lot of YouTube or people who come to YouTube and don't go to Facebook, or go to Facebook and don't go to YouTube. Follow me on Facebook as well, because I'm posting a lot of content on there lately. And that is, just search Erica Hughes Art on Facebook and my page will pop up. So follow me over there. We are working on a 16 by 20 inch deep edge canvas today. So that canvas is not entirely huge, so I don't really need this full setup. So what I'm going to do is take 2 of these arms off and kind of just put it in the X position. And then I'll throw my mat back on. I have a smaller one of these, but it's being used right now. That kind of fits perfectly on there. And let's get our canvas. I've sprayed the back of the canvas so it's nice and tight now, no sagging. It sounds like a drum. Okay, and we'll put it here, and let's get this a little bit closer to me. All right, so I'm just going to, we're not spinning, but I do always use my spinner for, just to be able to maneuver around the painting. I'm short, I have short arms. It's handy, I don't have to fuss around with picking it up and turning it. So, I'll just get it as center as I can. And I was painting earlier, so some of this paint is wet. I just mixed this up. This is Amsterdam bronze, Matisse copper. I think that's it, yeah. I didn't have a whole bunch of it, so, and I don't use copper that often, so I didn't want to fill up a bottle, but I'll just thin it down with a little bit of water and get some bubbles because I kind of just mixed a lot of these paints up, but that's okay. All right, I'm happy with that. Let me come around so I can get close to the camera and show you guys. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can see that, so let me look at my camera while I'm doing it. I have other videos that show the consistency too, if you follow me. Anyway, I don't like it to sink when it goes off the stick onto the surface of the paint in the cup. I like it to just like marry in, where it almost looks like the stream is frozen and not moving. You know, when you see those videos of like water flowing and it's like it's at a certain cold temperature where it just looks like it's not moving. It's just, but it really is flowing, but it looks frozen. Kind of like that. Like it just flows right into the paint in the cup, if that makes sense. Don't know. Okay. We also have some brulee, which is like an interference copper. This is really pretty. It's got a cool shift. Sometimes, like I have a painting in my kitchen where it depends where the light's hitting or what direction I'm standing in. It'll go copper and then like a tint of like magenta. It's magenta. It's gorgeous. That's a pigment from this little piggy. I have Oxide Black by Amsterdam. This is a new one for me. It is Naples Yellow Red Light. It has like a reddish tint. I don't know if that's a correct term, but to it. So I thought that would be nice with, I mean, hardly. It looks like titanium buff light, but there is like an undertone of some red in there. So I thought that would be nice with copper. And I just wanted to just try a different color out that I haven't tried yet. I have titanium white here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to actually use that. So let's just jump in. All right, and then we're going to throw down a little bit of base color. So I'm going to take the cap off this, and I want to have a little bit of this Naples as a base as well. Pop that little bubble. Think before, okay. I know it's been a while since I posted a video on YouTube. I've been playing around with some different techniques and just trying to get re-inspired. Sometimes I just have to take a break. Okay, so I'm just going to start there for now. I'm going to drop some black down. So, oh, see, you can see that I just mixed this because it's all bubbly. That's okay. I'm just laying this is going to be the base. We're not going to go chaos style today. I'm just going to fill this base in first, and then we're going to blow some colors out. Throw down some brulee by this little piggy. Okay. So I'm just gonna put some of this down. We're not using that many colors, so we're gonna go a little bit heavy, and then we're gonna go for some, let me put the cap back on and then open this up because I'm gonna add a little bit of that. Probably right now, actually. See how I'm just kind of being messy? I'm okay with that. We get this black cap on. I'm gonna throw down some of this copper. And I'm really interested to see how these color, that Naples Yellow Red Light or whatever it's called, I'll write it in the description, how that looks with this copper, because the moment it looks like it might be nice. I don't want to overdo it on the copper. I always do. Copper can take over. All right, and then I am going to put a little bit more black just to get it to flow. Nothing crazy. And a little bit more of this. I think I am going to blow over and then blow out. All right, just to get those mixed a little. And now we will go, I'm going to go this way. I kind of want it to go a little bit up, so. Okay, now I know I need to fix this, but that's unhappy. The colors are gorgeous. I might throw down just a little bit more. Let's get some brulee, or no, that's not brulee. What are you doing? Brulee. A little bit of copper. And I'm going to put some more black because I want that to be a little bit more. But I'm going to pour it because I don't want like just a bead. I kind of want a bunch of black there. Just want a little bit more black. I like how simple it looks. It's just, it's not too busy and crazy. Sometimes the chaos touch pours, you know, they get just be a little bit chaotic. But I do love a good chaos pour. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to touch it because I'm happy and I just want to leave it be. I'm going to clean up the edges and I'll bring you guys in for a close-up. And then, yeah, I'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. A nice, simple color split Dutch pour. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you are coming to Las Vegas for POURCON Live. Again, that's August 6th through the 9th. I'll be teaching some Dutch pours, and I cannot wait to see you guys. Let me know, please let me know in the comments below if you're going to be joining. And I hope you guys like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment. I'm fighting with the algorithm on YouTube right now because I haven't posted in a while. When you don't post, YouTube doesn't show your videos. So yeah, leave me a comment, share, all that good stuff. Like the video if you can help me out. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.